My people, on pure spirit and soul. Breathe it in. Make sure you're breathing into your diaphragm though. Oh yeah. Alright, so check this. It's time to tune into the supreme mind, yo. Let's say it again. It is time to attune to what? The supreme mind, yo. Wow. Life. Some people say life is a shit. Some people say life is beautiful. What say you? What we say about life is a product of how we feel about ourselves and our positions in it. If you were living a life of your dreams, you will say life is beautiful and I just want more and more and more, baby. Give me more. And if you ain't feeling that wave, then you're probably just gonna want it to end and not even give a damn if it does or not. The second, the latter, is a sin. Why? Because everybody within and all around, all about, has the potential access to the perfect presence and mind and reality of the Supreme Being. Just look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. A flock of birds migrating when the season changes. A natural disaster en route to that space where the flock of birds dwell, and them knowing of its coming days or weeks before it even comes, so they move and avert the whole issue. Meanwhile, the humans have no idea. They are oblivious and are wiped and obliterated out of that space. What's the difference between the human beings and the birds? The mind they're attuned to. Now, the difference also between human beings and birds or other creatures of the natural world is that the birds don't have a choice but to be birds and attuned to this supreme mind. The ants don't have a choice. The lions don't have a choice. The bears don't have a choice. And that's great because they get to hibernate for months upon months upon months and not have to deal with no bullshit. Yeah? Now for we as humans, it can be good, it can be a gift, or it can be a curse. Because we also have the potential to be attuned to the mind of the whole. However, given our position of, you could say, self-awareness and self-control and the ability to make choices, we can choose whether we're one and attuned to the Supreme Mind, or we can stray away and deviate. What we see as the collective human condition and position right now is a reality that has come as a result of a collective deviation from this, and this collective deviation has been instilled and installed into the human collective mind and propagated via the medias, via educational systems, via religious systems, via the societal structures, from the family all the way out and around into the wider world. We're now living in an era where that shit's just not cutting it no more. That shit just ain't cutting it no more, baby. And that's why you're listening to me. Because before you wouldn't have even listened to this far through. You would have been like, what's this dude talking about? He crazy, and gone on to another video. But now there's something in you that's changed. There's something in you that's different. It's evolved and advanced and has the ability to comprehend these words. And so I say to you, my people, beautiful people, it's time to attune to the Supreme Mind. You must. In the same space of creation and existence that we find our collective human madness occurring, there's a pure and perfect reality that we call nature. In English language, we say nature, right? Nature, natural world. And if we look at the way this natural world unfolds and produces itself, we have different seasons changing, we have different weather systems, we have so many variety of different creatures that live in accordance with this. In the ocean is fish, in the sky is birds, on the land is animals, reptiles, mammals. We see the sun shining and the moon shining, the stars twinkling, the skies changing. And this is all the product of a supreme mind, an intelligence that's producing this. Now, given the fact that we too are a part of this grand creation and we too innately have access to this supreme mind, evidenced by the fact that our heart beats without us even having to put any mind to it. That function in and of itself demonstrates and shows to us that there's something greater than our own, we'll use this word, conscious faculty that is producing our life experience through the body. You don't have to think about your breathing, and breathing is just going to naturally happen through you. You sleep, you breathe, you don't think about that. Your bodily systems repair, you don't think about that. But it's happening. And it's happening because this supreme mind is at play through all of us too. Now, through attuning to our formation of breath, particularly into the diaphragm or into the solar core, through processes such as solar meditation, sun gazing, simply coming out and being in nature with the breath, and through the breath tune into our own internal clarity, purity, and perfection of being, we get to see a distance, a difference, a differentiation between who and what we are as being and the products and content that arises in our mental structures. Yeah? We get to see a total difference between these things. And this is where our choice arises, because we could commit ourselves to practices that give us this clear sight of the supreme mind and the supreme world and the supreme being. And as we commit ourselves to these practices and ways, attuning ourselves and absorbing, intaking, we become frequency specific to this reality, to this mind. And products and elements of this mind that are suited and designed for us in our individual states, they present themselves and they arise in our own recognition of awareness. Now, the more and more we attune to this reality and to these practices that bring us in attunement with this reality, the more and more our mind as an individual comes away from that secondary dual mind, that ego monkey mind, and more into the pure rhythm that is attuned and one with the mind of what, of who, is pure and perfect creation. You see? And it's time now, my people, it's time for us to attune to this pure and perfect mind, supreme mind, so that we can start to produce and build our lives, our families, our communities, and structure our world in accordance with this. And what are the potential effects of this? Wow. The first step is genius, absolute genii becomes. Are you coming out into the water? I thought it was too deep for you. You gotta stay over there. I'm coming in a minute. Yes. Genii, absolute genii. Why? Because we're fresh and attuned to the rhythm and the perfection of the future thought. The ever expansive, forever regenerating, thereby vibrationally elevating. The ideas that will come to us. The ways of producing realities, technologies, the ways of utilizing this supreme technology that we call the human body in the supreme realm of technologies that we call nature, and the genius that we will have revealed to be able to utilize these in ways that produce our lives at far higher levels of quality than we experience now. Just a few of the gifts that we can expect to be experiencing as we grow through this transition, or shift, should I say, alteration of mind from the deathly, from the dual, from the warring, from the ghoulish, from the impoverished and the separate, from soul and source, creator, into being one with the supreme. And it's time for this right now, yo. There's no time to wait. Yeah, so let us elevate. Send us an email at onesolarnation@gmail.com, or be in touch with me via the social media inboxes. If you would like assistance, help in this process, in this transition, in this reformation, to join our community and for more, the Solar Nation, the Solar Omniverse. Also be in touch via the email or the Patreon link that you will find in the description and comments of this video. And with all that said, I must depart. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you for the next video. Yo.
Like, comment, subscribe, share, and tap the bell icon to be notified when we upload new material.
Follow the link in the description to our Patreon to become a registered member of the Solar Omniversity. For one-on-one training, consultations, and all general inquiries, email onesolarnation@gmail.com.